Good morning. Welcome to your daily reset. Here's your question for today. How much of your peace have you surrendered trying to manage people you were never assigned to fix? Welcome to Reset for Real with Michelle J. 10 minutes or less liberating truths to steady your day. I'm Michelle J., an educator and mentor who believes truth isn't a trend, it's what steadies you. Welcome to today's episode entitled Put the Remote Down. You know, there's something fascinating about a remote control. It's small, light, easy to overlook, but with it, you can change what fills a room. You can shift the noise, switch the atmosphere, adjust what you allow in, and you can even mute what irritates you. And if we're really honest, there's something comforting about that kind of control because when we can adjust what surrounds us, we feel steadier, we feel calmer, we feel at peace. And believe it or not, we feel in control. But here's the tension. Real life doesn't come with buttons. And sometimes we reach for control in places it doesn't belong. Jesus said in John 14 chapter, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Notice what he didn't say. He didn't say peace would come from managing everything around you. He said it was given. If your peace feels unstable, are you pressing buttons that were never yours to push? Today's reset word is peace. Peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is internal steadiness, even when life around you feels unstable. But many people have lost their peace, not because life is heavy, but because they're carrying weight they were never assigned to hold. You know, our reset scripture is actually in the book of Matthew, the 11th chapter, verse 28. And Jesus says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Notice the language Jesus uses. He uses labor and heavy laden. That means exhausted, overloaded, weighted down emotionally and mentally. But here's the question we must ask. Who made the load heavy? Was it all assigned by God, or did we pick up extra burdens along the way? Sometimes the exhaustion we feel, it actually comes from carrying responsibilities that don't belong to us. Now let me paint this picture for you. You already have the remote in your hand, and instead of controlling your television, you're trying to control someone else's life. You're pressing buttons, trying to change their attitude, trying to fix their choices, manage their emotions, or even correct their decisions. And nothing changes. Why? Because you don't have their remote. You only have yours. And the frustration you feel is coming from trying to operate controls you were never given authority over. So you keep pressing buttons harder, thinking effort will produce change. But your peace drains each and every time you try to control outcomes that belong to someone else's will. It's time to put the remote down. And this actually shows up with the people we're closest to, like our children, our spouses, family members, friends, and even employers, because love makes us feel responsible. However, love does not mean control. You can guide your child, but you can't live their life. You can support your spouse, but you can't heal their wounds for them. You can advise a friend, but you can't force their decisions. Some of the stress, anxiety, and emotional fatigue that we're carrying is coming from trying to manage narratives that God never assigned us to write. And here's the truth. Supporting people is healthy. Trying to control them is heavy. Peace begins to return when you discern what is yours to carry and what belongs to God and to them. Because everyone has their own journey, their own will, their own responsibility before God. So here's your reset today. You need to ask yourself honestly, where in my life am I holding a remote that doesn't belong to me? Who am I trying to fix, change, or manage that I was never assigned to control? And what would happen to my peace if I simply put the remote down? Let this settle with you today. You lose peace when you try to control people. You regain peace when you release them to God. Reset isn't hype. Reset is a decision to live by what is true. If this conversation gave you a new perspective, something you can carry into your day, stay with me this season. A new episode is dropped every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 a.m. Central Time, so you can start your day anchored, not anxious. And if you want to go deeper, you can join the Reset community at gpspartnership.com/community-hub-page. And remember, today is a new day with no mistakes in it. It's what you make it. So make it a good day. This is Reset for Real with Michelle J. Let's reset for real. Have yourself a wonderful and fantastic day today.